time to start thinking about some spinning. Woo! I could spin in my chair. I might fall off, but I could spin in my chair. Maybe someday I'll do that on a Zoom call. Welcome. So glad you are here. This is Craft Roulette episode 206. And we started at 1. We didn't start like at 100. We started at 1. So that's a whole bunch of episodes. And we are always so glad to welcome each and every one of you. Chatterbox, you are doing a great job. We're going to have a lot to cover tonight. So we don't want to be messing around with too much talking and spinning. A lot of good chair dancing going on. I really appreciate knowing that you guys are getting your little chair yoga in and chair dancing. Mr. Producer's over there ready to get the show started. And we have a wonderful guest, Ann Butler, who will be joining us from Minnesota. You're not going to want to miss her. Who am I? Well, I'm Mary Gunn, your intrepid host of Craft Roulette. And I really am glad you are here. We did have some big family news. I'm a grandma. Oh, big family news. My baby girl had a baby boy last night about 1:30. I have taken a nap. I've had coffee, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to talk. So we are going to have a new game this week. It's going to be fill in the blank when Mary can't think of the word she wants. So be on guard. You're here to help us, right? We're all going to work together. No, JD and daughter are just adorable. He was 6'1", 19 pounds, has tons of black, beautiful hair. He's going to be the most handsome boy in the world. He already is. And she's a stylist, and so he's already got his hair all combed over. And he's just as cute as can be. But mom and baby are doing great. Dad is just a gentle, sweet soul. Got to see him get his first bottle last night. It's all good. We're really happy for our whole family. We're going to spoil that guy just rotten.
Was he really 19 pounds?
Yeah, 19.1. No, he was 19 inches. Did I say 19 pounds?
You might have.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be a really crazy night. Well, off to the races. Yahoo! What is Craft Roulette? Well, Cordelia, could you lend me an ear? Cordelia knows what is Craft Roulette. Is the ultimate paper crafting card making game show challenge, and we are live almost every Friday night, leaving you a seat. And bring your grandkids too. We are all friendly for grandkids now. It's all good. I am a little bit on fumes, but I said 19 pounds. Now that's a good one. We were just talking before with Anne about watching replays of shows going, oh, why'd I say that? Oh, why'd I say that? But that's just going to be one that will live. He was a big baby. No, he's just perfect. Slideshow. Let's get on with you guys. Slideshow, 435 amazing cards, crowns all over, envelopes tucked here and there, things coming out of envelopes, things going into envelopes, actual envelopes being made into flowers, all sorts of really wonderful creativity. If you are new here, please say hi and make sure you put a little note to go visit craftroulette.live. There's we will see some more of the cards later, but later in the show. But what was I going to say? There's fill in the blank. Here we go. Here we start. I don't know. We'll just roll with it. Oh, go over to craftroulette.live and check out the gallery. It is full of wonderful things that you all have sent in. Plus, there are 8 process videos that our viewers have sent in of their cards that they made. And there are already 3 cards in the bonus gallery, which is really fun. I haven't put mine in from last week, so I need to get that done. Housekeeping, I don't know too much more than that. I think JD is the biggest news in my world, and that's where we're going to just stay. I don't think I have anything else. But before I go too far, I do want to say, please give us a thumbs up if any would be really appreciated. And make sure that you have subscribed to craftroulette.live. Hit that notification button because it does help us get to crafters all over the world so that they can hear about my 19-pound grandson who's a newborn. It's grandma brain. I think so, Deanna. We do want to say thank you to our we want to say thank you to our spin sponsors first. See, it's going to be a wild night. Wild night. Let's just face it. Our spin sponsors this month are fabulous. Bella Craft Publishing. The founder is here tonight. She's really super. You're going to enjoy her. My favorite things. You enjoyed Libby Hickson when she was on earlier this month. I think she's just a lovely lady, and it was so much fun to have her on. They are giving a gift certificate away each and every week this month. Trinity Stamps, I'm going to drink to that, is one of our spin sponsors this month. And I heard about the Dust Bunnies. We'll get to that. Whimsy Stamps also is giving away a $25 gift certificate each and every week. Everybody is so generous and so nice, and we love to give away their stuff. So stay tuned if you send in one of those 435 cards, because your name will be in the drawing for prizes. Those prizes, plus not only those prizes, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, crafters and craftettes, we have a goodie bag to give away, and we have a Krog. Everybody wants a Krog. A Krog is a Craft Roulette original giveaway, a handmade card with an itty-bitty gift. We are not sponsored at Craft Roulette by any company, not that we're against it, but currently we are not. We are sponsored by the financial help and encouragement of our wonderful patron group. There's the information on how to join us. You get lots of extra time to send in cards, and you get lots of extra perks too. We keep you busy hopping. But who doesn't want to talk about cards and crafts? That's what we do. We don't talk about much else. We just talk about cards. It's pretty good. So join us over there. It does help us keep us here on Friday nights every week. We do have a new patron. Mary Thompson joined us this week, and we thank you. I haven't even gotten a chance to welcome you in an email. I apologize, but I will do that soon, Mary Thompson. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you being there. We do have a new thing once a month called a book review, and a book review is going to be about our new Craft Roulette Creative Companion. What is the Craft Roulette Creative Companion? Well, I had been seeing all y'all just making these little pieces of paper on your little process videos and things, and you would just scribble out the little things, and then you'd have little pieces of paper floating around with random parameters all over. And I wanted to give you something where you could put all those thoughts and deals in. And then I saw that Trinity put out this sketchbook on her for card ideas, and I immediately went, but that's what I wanted to do for my Craft Roulette people. And I've got all these ideas, and so we started working with Tanisa on that, and then it just came out last week, and it is a lot of fun. I've been using mine since the first of the month or year, 19 pounds. And there's got a place for your drawing. So I'm not a planner. You have seen me many of you have seen me here for 205 weeks. I don't plan my projects, but I do record what I did. And it's gonna, the first week that I did this, it is not the same as what I'm doing now. I'm keeping lots more stuff, lots more information in here. You can read, there's a place for color, project, element, and random. I like to keep notes on what you guys say, and this is what I've been using it for, what you guys say during the discussion part of the show. So I have tons of little ideas if we ever have that parameter again. And it does also just kind of work as a little scrapbook for me, for my cards. So that's what we're doing, but we are going to have a patron group open on the third Tuesday after In Review.
A patron Zoom call.
A patron Zoom call. And we're going to talk about how people are using the book, because there's going to be multiple ways that people like it. Because we all do our cards differently, and we want to record different things. So that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys are cooking up. I know a lot of you have already gotten it, and thank you so much. That is available over on Trinity Stamps. And apparently, I just looked it up because I saw you guys talking about it. Our beloved Dust Bunnies, who just came out of the closet, or the vault, I guess they say, is now sold out. So I'm sorry if we didn't get that. If you, I don't know anything, but Tanisa is here. Maybe she can give us a little heads up on what's going on there. The Dust Bunnies, just a little backstory, is a stamp set that I bought from Trinity before I knew Tanisa, and they were on clearance, and I thought, those are so cute, and they had this little they had a little bed and stuff, and I thought, I can use that on Craft Roulette. I know I can. And so I bought it, and then I started using them because they're really funny. They're like little dust balls that with ears because they're bunnies, and they've got a lot of personality, and I think they're just so whimsical and fun. So we started using them, and I started using them, but nobody could buy them anymore. And so Tanisa brought them back out. She's already reordered them. Well done. And so now it's like a thing. It's the Dust Bunny cult. So it's all very fun. So I'm glad that you can still have those in your future because they really are cute. And I hope that I can use them tonight just so you can see them. Mr. Mike has on a new sleeve. He got this new sleeve from the House of Titizio just this week, along with the box that I will show you on Tuesday. Thank you, Arlene. It's just so cute. And I put the blue or the purple and orange on for new guests, but I thought for my little 19, he's not 19 pounds, my little JD, I put blue on because he's a brand new little blue boy. And I have my little Marianne Hill shamrock on there for St. Patrick's Day as well. You guys take good care of Mr. Mike. What do you say about that, buddy? Ooh, the man of all words, the man of no words. That's our buddy, Mr. Mike. We have merch. We've got shirts. And we have our Craft Roulette, the basic stamp set, and the wheels factory for those pesky parameters when you want to make something that is related to the wheel. And we have gotten so many cute cards from you guys using that. Such creative ways. It's always fun. I need to upload some more for Saturday mornings, but I'm a little behind on life right now. That's enough for me. So glad you're here. I really am. And now from a small town in Minnesota, please help us welcome Ann Butler. Yay!
Hi, everyone.
She is in her dream craft room. I'm telling you, there's a lot of history with this woman. She knows a lot about crafting. And I am really looking forward to it. For one thing, you have 16 grandkids. I need some help. I'm
16.
already saying numbers wrong and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to need some help on that, some little bit of guidance, and may I sit at your feet? You obviously know what to do. And then you're just like a crafter's crafter, and I want our audience to get to know you more because you're a real interesting person. Could you please tell us a little bit about you and your crafting journey?
Okay, so I have been crafting all my life. I remember learning how to sew when I was like 5 years old. You know, my mom had the sewing machine and I just wanted to make things.
Yeah.
So she would just let me sew. I went to school for fashion design. I have made wedding dresses, coats. I have done all of the things, but I personally like quick and easy, but things that don't look quick and easy, you know, that they look more difficult than they are.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been crafting forever. I used to do craft shows, and I had 5 kids. When my youngest graduated and went off to, school, I told my husband, because we both worked full time, and I had a very good job that I loved. And I said, I'm quitting my job. And he's like, double income, no kids, you're quitting? I said, it's either now or never, I mean, because I had been doing designing for companies and I'd been going to the shows, but it was all around my full-time job and my family. And I thought, let me just try it. And I have never looked back.
Oh, how about that? And you have products, and you have a magazine, an online magazine, and you also have events, which you have been giving away a ticket to this month and will be for the rest of the month each week. Where do you have time for 15 grandkids? How do you do that?
16.
16.
17 is on the way.
That's right.
You just make time. You prioritize. But I don't sleep much either, so that helps.
That doesn't sound good.
But I think creative people just have to get it out, and That's why I design and have the magazine. And I love to be around other people that want to learn how to create or know how to create. And that's why we started doing the events a few years ago. And we used to do them in person at Mall of America.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I was planning my next one, we had done a couple and then COVID hit and we couldn't do it.
Right.
So last year we were going to do the event and it was going to be in person. And I had all these people that follow us saying, could you do it virtually too? And I thought, both. Yeah. I was trying to wrap my head around it. And then I thought, let's just try it virtually and have all the instructors in one place. So that's what we did. So it was wonderful for the instructors to have time to get to know each other and to play off each other during our classes. But yet it was virtual for everybody else. So that's what we're doing again this year.
And we're going to talk more and more about all the things that you do. I would really like you, we're going to talk about something else, but for the visual, could you hold up that little baby quilt for me real fast, please?
Yep.
Do you have it?
See where I put it.
She has a product line that we're going to talk about later, but I want you to see this before we go to our next step. Isn't that cute? Ooh, wouldn't you like to be able to make something like that? I think it's awful cute. Or is it just me? Am I just in that mood? Anyway.
And it's simple.
And see, that's the thing. And you did have a question for me. Now that I've had a question for you, what was your question?
Mary, what is craft roulette?
I'm such a ham. Well, let's find out. We have a little video. Thank you again, Chatterbox, for being here. Mr. Producer's getting that thing all ready. Sit back, relax. What is craft roulette? And thank you. We'll be right back.
What is Craft Roulette? Craft Roulette is a live paper crafts challenge show where the goal is to complete a project that has been randomly selected by the spin of a wheel. There are 4 categories we spin for: project, colors, element, and random. Each category has 24 possible options with a combined possibility of 331,776 unique projects. Whoa. We're live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Central on youtube.com/craftroulette. Please like and subscribe. Each week we bring on a special guest crafter to create along with us and share their unique take on the challenge. You can play too. Complete a unique project of your own using the same 4 parameters set in this episode. You'll have 48 hours to contribute by submitting pictures of your project through the submission form on craftroulette.live. Contributions are featured on marygunfund.com's weekly episode blog and the next episode. Let's recap last week's episode and submissions.
Yep. Whoa. Hey, I got the shirt that says that, you know. I love this shirt. People think I'm a horse person, but I'm not. But, yep, whoa, it is a Craft Roulette thing. By the way, if you are new here, we have so many Craft Roulette words, traditions, sayings. It may seem a little bit confusing to you, but we have a wonderfully versed chatterbox, and they will help you all along the way. Just don't feel weird to ask, what in the heck is skewed? Because they will tell you. They're wonderful. Aren't you guys? We do appreciate you. Okay, let's do a little recap of last week. It was our 4th anniversary show. We had a sweet friend, Desiree Coomerly, join us. Before I forget, Biddy Penny has been on call for this last month in case the baby came on a Friday afternoon. And so thank you, Biddy Penny, for being so willing to be on call. We don't just have doctors on call when it's a baby. We have hosts on call. You're a great sport, and we really do appreciate it. It made me sleep real well. We did have 435 contributions last week. Now we are already up to 31,149 total contributions since we started. Whoa, it does deserve a whoa, for real. Look at you guys all over the world. Last week, what did you guys think? Okie dokie. Pretty good. I think we did have some great parameters. We had include an envelope for project party colors. You were all over the board for your parties. A lot of garden parties. It was cute. Element was crown. Loved what you did with that. And then you had to include at least three strips of paper. So that was my card. I made a bunny ears using one of Desiree Coomerly's stamp sets, which I thought looked real pretty. And I drew my little envelopes behind on the base of the card. That was my card. Didn't know where I was going to make that card. It was I was a little struggle. It was a little struggle, but it turned out fine. Thanks for your encouragement. There's Desiree's card. Her crown was the crown of the balloons. So we learned all sorts of things about how you can use the word crown, and it was fun. I think it is such a fun delight to go through the craft roulette galleries and see how people use it. There's also a place where they can describe how they use the different parameters. And so it's kind of like, whoa, where do I see it? Where do I see it? And sometimes it's really fun to see if you can find it without reading, but then give up and find it by reading. Desiree is such a lovely person. We were so glad to meet her, and we're all looking forward to May 1st for her next release, aren't we? Yeah, should be a good one. Thank you again, Desiree. Now we're going to bring back Miss Ann because we are going to go to our Parade of Achievements. That means we are going to welcome our first timers, say huzzah, hoorah, for our major milestone achievers. We've got one special. We've got a bunch of really great major milestone achievers, our leading ladies, and we do have one new person to Club Mug. As a mug clubber, we'd like to congratulate Sylvia Podrajic. She said she might be here tonight so that she could see. She lives in England, but I don't know if I've seen her. But congratulations, Sylvia. She did give me lessons on how to say her last name. I kind of go on spurts. Good, bad. But congratulations, Sylvia. You have sent in so many beautiful cards, and we're really, really honored to have you in our group. Now, here's the deal with this, Miss Ann, because you may have noticed I talk a lot, and I think you hold the floor pretty well yourself. I got a hunch. So this part is on a timer. We have a little bit of time to say congratulations to these people. I like to be able to at least say their name, sometimes where they're from. But then if you find there's a little dash of silence, you just pop in there with a cute and hooray and like that. And it would be just wonderful to have you come along and talk about these cards with me. Deal? Okay. Sound good?
No promises on empty space, though.
No. It could go fast. So are you on your toes? Here we go. Welcome our first timers to Craft Roulette. It is the hardest card to send in. It's fun to watch how they did the parameters. Welcome Barb B from Virginia.
Yeah.
Jenny Goodall from the UK. Well done.
Fun.
They are fun, little bees. Tina Fetterman from California. We talked about this on one of the shows. Terry Dunnington, Ohio. Well done. Welcome.
Nice background.
Yes. Mingus Dess from Washington, USA. That's clever. Jeannie Garrity from Tacoma. Welcome. So many styles. Oop. Liz C. from West Virginia. So nice to have you.
Adorable.
Big eyes. Our major milestone achievers have hit 25, 50, 75, and so forth cards. Chelsea P. from Canada has 25 cards.
Nice.
Melinda Autry from North Carolina, also 25.
Wow.
Catherine from Maryland, 25 cards.
Aw.
Look at those crowns.
Mm-hmm.
Jake Bonnell from your neighbor, Wisconsin.
Nice.
Jan Farnworth from Washington, 50 cards.
Wow.
That was a good explanation on that card. Gloria F. from Gary, Indiana, 50 cards.
Yeah.
Carrie Millar from Australia, 50 cards. You're so cute.
It is cute.
It is so cute. Terry Todd with 50 cards, ready for St. Patrick's.
Fun.
Danya from the Villages in Florida, 50 cards.
Nice.
Don Quasi Kitty Simpson, 50. She's almost to Club 52. She's counting down. Athena Cards in Moore, North Carolina. So sweet. Cute. 75. There's our mug clubber, Sylvia Pudrajic, with her cute doggy card. Cordelia Alderman, 125 consecutive cards.
Wow.
Mary Moisen, 125 cards.
Amazing.
It is. Sherry Pemberton from down the street in Harrisonville, 150 cards.
Wow.
Lou Ann Johnson's right there with her with 150 cards as well. Super cute.
Yeah.
There's our leading lady with 200 consecutive cards.
Wow. That's amazing.
It is so crazy. And now for our leading leaders this week, Jackie Muller from South Australia, 166 cards.
It's beautiful.
Her twin, Smurf Murphy, with 166 cards too.
Nice.
Kathy Herring with 170 cards.
Cute.
These are amazing people. 5K, now 6K Lamone, 172 cards.
Wow.
Card Monkey Jarvis from Philadelphia, 183 cards in a row.
Nice
Cute.
picture.
Patty Beck, there she is again, 200 cards. That is such a milestone, Miss Patty. You are something else. Club 52, we got some new ones. Stephanie Mormon from Germany, well done.
Yeah.
Kathy S. from Indiana, Club 52 welcomes you.
Nice.
Joe Henderson, Las Vegas, has sent in 52 cards. So colorful. Wow. Christina Marie Holloman, who was our detective this week, 52 consecutive cards. Yeah. Cindy Graby from Tallahassee, Florida. Hooray, Club 52.
Fun.
Now, Anne, let me ask you, if you had sent in cards for 52 weeks, would you expect some kind of prize?
Probably not.
Well, that's a good answer because you don't get anything for Club 52. It is absolutely not a nothing. You get nothing. But there is a new tradition. It is the Kamado effect. And that is when you make your own congratulations card for hitting Club 52 and your own business card. Because you just never know. Someday that may be important. I don't know. But it's one of those crazy craft roulette things. Welcome and congratulations to Club 52, Mug Clubber, and all you amazing leading ladies and first timers. We are so glad that you are having fun in your craft. You're making some cards using our parameters and our show. It is a wonderful thing to us all. Thank you very much. Very good. Well, that pretty much closes out last week.
So do the 52 have to be in a row?
No.
Okay.
It's just a matter of it's a year. It's a year of cards, even though maybe it's taken you 4 years. That's okay. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Nothing has to be consecutive. That's a little hard. There are people though that kind of bring that into what they want. They want to make it consecutively, and that's fine. Yeah. So yeah. I have even had a few weeks off. So. Where I did the cards late, but they did get in. Actually, now that I think about it. Detective this week, I'm seeing Carrie Engelbright ask, we have a second show on Tuesday nights and we play a game called Who Done It, and it's a card detective game. It's a lot of fun, and whoever cracks the case is the detective of the week. And Christina Holloman cracked the case, but it took 21 minutes. I thought for sure I was getting away with the crime this week.
Card crime does pay.
Card crime almost paid. Almost paid. It's a lot of fun. We do have a lot of fun on Tuesday night on our other show. And you're always welcome to join us. But, let's get on. Let's get on with tonight because we need to see what this wheel's got in store for us. Bring on those parameters, Mr. Producer. There they are. That's what we've got in our future 4 of those parameters will be chosen by Mr. Wheel tonight. And of those 4 parameters, we will be making something, I hope. Oh my gosh, Anne. I sure hope so, and I know you do too. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna help each other. And we have the Chatterbox. They are so good.
Yeah,
So
I'm kind
good.
of watching it too, so yeah.
Yeah, wait until we get the parameters. They just go nuts, don't you guys? You just explode with ideas. So before we do pick let Mr. Wheel pick our parameters, we get to veto 4 of those parameters. Our patrons do. That means if we land on a vetoed item, we will spin again. Mr. Wheel cannot make us do that parameter. However, you can do it if you want to, and it fits in the parameters we do get. Doesn't make sense? Just stay tuned. Let's see what we come up with. So for the parameters this week, what did the patrons vote off for project? Looky there. Which one did they? Oh my goodness. Somebody needed to vote tic-tac-toe a little bit more because they voted off baby card. Now, there's a point. There's not a not baby card on the project list. So if you want to make a baby card, you can make a baby card. It's just that Mr. Wheel can't make us.
Okay.
You didn't know. You got to pass on that one, patrons. If that happens again next week, though. 4 colors. What have the patrons vetoed? Let's see. What do you think it's going to be? Ooh. Sleigh ride all the way. They are over winter, even though our friends in Colorado have like oodles and oodles of snow. Yeah, they're still not feeling it. Maybe those are the people that voted for. They may be over it or fast food. I don't know. For Element, what did they say? No, thank you to. Those are pretty good. Monday. Wow. You know, we had daylight savings time change this Monday. I wonder if that was an influencing factor, because that Monday kind of hurts that after daylight savings time. But we will not have to do Monday by a long shot. And for Random, what did the patrons say? No, thank you. It's okay, Debbie Orens. Tabs. Tabs are off the board for this week. Now, you are new to us, and we are really glad you're here. You get a chance to veto one item. That's not one in every column, but just one item. Would you like to veto something?
I would, actually.
Okay.
I would
What
like,
is it?
it's in project, and it's number 9, an A9 card.
A9 card is off the table.
A lot
Doesn't mean you can't make an A9 card. It just means that we don't have to make an A9 card. And you just gained a lot of friends.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Not very many people want that.
It's so big. It's like,
yeah, you just got a lot of friends. Now, if you were to be at a roulette table, where would you put your chips?
Oh my.
Would you like to, on project, would you like to say what you would like? Do you want to just pick a number?
A birthday card, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, birthday cards are always
You always
good.
need one.
Yes, you do.
Right?
Yes, you do. And for colors, which one of those colors, I'm assuming you're doing what appeals to you? Which one do you kind of like?
I'm good with all colors.
Oh, so what would be closest to all colors there? Maybe floral wreath?
I'm good with all the choices.
But you need to put your chips on the table.
Okay, let me think about it.
I'm wondering if floral wreath might be something
I was
like
just
that.
going to say that. See? Because it has every color. It could be
anything.
Whatever you decide.
Yeah, you got it. You got this game figured out already. And for Element, where would you put your chips?
I think a single flower.
A single flower is very popular with our guests. I think flowers are just good things, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They're pretty.
And Random, what kind of thing do you like to have on Random?
Geometric shapes.
Geometric shapes, it is number 4. Okay, so if you had your druthers, it would be a baby card with a floral wreath colors. Doesn't mean the wreath has to be on the card, but just the colors. A single flower, which would work on a floral wreath, and some geometric shapes. You could have a circle. That would, see how easy this is?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. It is. Well, let's see what Mr. Wheel thinks of all this. Let's give him a warm-up. Yep, you know, guest choice is true, but if we get guest choice, she has to pick something from the column. So it's kind of guest choice limited. So for project, what will we get? We will not get A9. We will spin again or baby card. Number 2, card with a heart. Oh, that's a good one.
I like that one.
Yep. Colors, what will we get? Will we get floral wreath or will we get 1990s? We got vintage. Oh, that's what Desiree wanted last week. You know, your little quilt was vintage from, it had like 1940s colors.
Yep.
For element, because I don't know what vintage is really. It depends on how far back you want to go. Number 7, plant. Well, you could probably have a flower on a plant. And for random, we are going to talk about each and every one of these in just a minute. You guys be putting on your thinking caps. Number 8. Oh, we get to spin again. No tabs for us this week. There's what we do when we get a veto. Number 20, lace on the base.
Ooh,
That has been vetoed multiple times.
really?
Yeah. Yeah, it has. And, you know, I did not rig that. I had used that last week on a whole bunch of projects. So I don't know where they are. I might be able to find them, but maybe I can use them. Anyway, we're going to talk about each and every one of these, but first, it's time for my speech. Are you ready for my speech, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, crafters and craftettes? This is going to be your art project. We're not going to tell you what to make, except they have to include those 4 parameters. We are all about your artistic expression. But we're not going to teach you how to do anything here. We're not going to tell you any products that you need to use. We're good with your project. Let's see, card with heart, so it does need to be a card. To be very classic and simple with stamp, sticker, pattern paper, lace on the base, or it can be very highly interpreted and very creative and complicated. We're good. And interactive even is fine. You can take it very literally, like what is a plant? Well, literally, it is a plant. Or you can talk about something that is perhaps more interpreted, such as I planted this flagpole. I don't know. We'll cover all these things in just a second. We do want you to do your very best. We love to have all different ages. We're good with all different levels of styles. We're good with all sorts of styles. We're good with all sorts of levels of ability. I don't like that one. But if you are new to card making, to somebody that has done it forever and ever, we've got room at our craft table gallery for you. The focal point doesn't have to be any of these parameters, but they do have to be included. You can fit them in and just explain to us if you have them hidden what you did, doggone it. That does need to be handcrafted, and please keep it family friendly because we do have young viewers and I blush when I talk about them. So if you can do that, that's my speech. I'm done. I didn't even have to, I do have a cheat sheet. So I didn't go off parameters too far. You didn't have to fill in any of the words for me. All right, let's talk about each and every one of these parameters. Card with heart, favorite card type? Are you A2 top fold?
A2.
Yeah. So this is a delight. Card with heart can be any size. Kind of stick with your strong suit. So some people love 5x7s. This would be fine for them. It doesn't have to, you can do whatever you want. You could do a postcard even if you wanted. It just has to have a card with a heart on it. I don't think that one is too hard.
No.
The heart could be included on paper. It could be stamped. It could be decoupaged. It could be whatever you want. A sticker drawn. Gosh, you can go anywhere with that. So I think you guys are pretty good. Yeah, yes, there you go, Shelley Gilman. Aren't all cards made with heart? I think you're right. Most of the time, sometimes they're made with a hurry and a slap, but gotta make this. But yeah, generally they're made with heart. There's that too. See, there's that.
Yeah, that one's easy.
That's another way to look at it. Vintage colors depends on what you consider vintage, I guess.
I guess.
So somebody that are perhaps closer to our age may think vintage in the 40s, the 50s. Somebody that's much younger may think farther. What are you thinking?
Vintage is muted colors, very
Yeah.
muted, or like craft paper.
Yeah.
And browns, sepia colors. So it could be very muted or brown tones.
Yeah. I don't know the definition of vintage, how far you have to go back. It's obviously something from history, but the 1970s might be vintage to a younger person, even though disco, I lived it. I didn't do it, but they may think John Travolta is vintage.
Oh, that's a bit. So then, really, it would be any color.
Yeah, it's how you're going to see it.
It could be using physically old inks or products, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
So if you have something that you've been saving for years and years, that might count.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody said Tim Holtz, they think of him as vintage because of the grungy kind of look. But that little baby quilt you showed reminded me of like the 1940s fabrics, like kitchen tablecloths and things.
Yep.
I went antiquing this week and I saw a lot of different vintage colors. So the 1950s vintage were, they had some bright reds and some mint greens and things like that. But our color parameter is kind of like how you see it. And we're good with it. And so just tell us, what were you thinking? Yeah. It's fun.
Okay. I got that.
And and sometimes people will take the vintage parameter and make it part of the element or the theme of the card. Like you could have vintage clothing involved with your card if you want. There's nothing wrong with that, but it doesn't mean you have to. Because element is plant.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't, now keep in mind, plant does not have to be the main focal point, even though it's the element. You just have to include a plant somehow. We've got garden stuff. We've got house plants. I know there's stencils with plants on them. They could be a background. It could be a paper that has plants on it. Vintage card. Yeah, vintage cards and vintage card colors. Tableware. Oh, Fiesta tableware. That's vintage. Those would be vintage colors.
Vintage? Are leaves plants because they grow plant leaves?
They could be part of a plant. It doesn't have to be. It's your interpretation. So it can be part of a plant. It can be an entire plant. I'm seeing somebody that's saying, Amy Powers is saying a plant can be a factory.
Oh, it could.
Yeah. Yep. Or plant a big kiss on my cheek.
Wallflowers or
a plant could be a spy.
Yep.
Yeah. So you could have ivy on a trellis card. It just has to be included in some shape or form. Tulips are a plant and they're very springy. So maybe somebody's thinking of springy kind of things. Is your head getting some things planted?
No, it's doing fine. It's okay. Okay, I got this.
I think you do. And then lace on base. I don't know why we have not liked that idea.
I love that idea.
Do you? What do you like about it?
Lace and
Oh, because you're a fabric or a fashion designer. Do you have lace in your craft room? Or do you have to go upstairs?
I have so much lace.
Oh,
Well, but I can run upstairs. It's in my sewing room.
okay. All right. So you'll be okay with that.
I actually do have some here too, but
There you go.
I saw someone earlier say or suggest shoelaces would be another way to do it.
Oh, that's a really
So-
that is a lace.
Yeah. Are there any other
Yep.
laces?
Oh, you could lace a drink.
Oh no.
No, we don't want that. That sounds too dodgy.
That could fit in a spy theme, I guess.
Well, yeah. Plant a spy planted with a laced drink. That from the olden days, from Sherlock's days.
There's a lot of lore in that idea.
And then you could put a heart-shaped ice cube in it. Well, there you go. Yours your card.
You have your card.
Lace, however, don't get too crazy about lace having to be a piece of fabric, because you can get a laced effect with a doily or a stencil that has some kind of lacy stuff on it. There's lace wing insects. So you could even have something to do with a laced wing insect. I can't think of what they're called.
Butterfly.
Yeah. They have lacy wings. Football lace. Football's a good one, Okie Karen. Corset lace. My goodness. Lace up shoes. Yep. Your Converse stamps and dies that are popular. Queen Anne's lace. That's a good one, Tracy. A lacy blouse or a lacy collar. Yeah. See what these people do, Anne?
Yeah.
They just go nuts. They are good. They're on it tonight. Yep. Dollar store may have some paper doilies, but you may have some stencils that you could use too that just kind of have a lacy border. You could have a lacy border, maybe a punch or a die that has kind of a lacy look. I think it'll be fun. It's always fun to see how people use that. And then we're going to get 400 ways that people have used these 4 parameters in unique and wonderful ways. I can't wait. I love it every week.
Well, that's good.
Oh, Marianne Samuelson's mom says she used to call spider webs in the corner old Irish lace.
Goodness.
That's good. That is good. Never heard of such a thing. I like it. Queen Anne's lace is really pretty in the ditches of Kansas, that's for sure. All right. Well, what do you think? You think you got some ideas that you can work with?
Yep, I think so.
And so you think you're going to use some lace from your room?
I have a couple different things I could use for lace. So I got to just gather them all and decide as the card comes together.
Right. I'm with you. I think it's going to be good. Yep. Paper snowflakes. We on the base, probably on the base of the card, Anita, would be my guess, on the base of the mat.
The whole card is a card base, so it could be anywhere.
Yes. Yeah. It could be on the base of a mat. It could be on the base of the bottom of a card. It could be all about the basey lace. All about the lace base. Oh, honey. All right. Yep. Baseball laces. It could be on the base of a baseball. You see.
Good.
Which could be considered the bottom layer or mat. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, crafters and craftettes, creativity is engaged. Let's do this. Thank you for being here. Thank you for getting us going, Mr. Producer. And I think you're going to be just fine. We'll see you all in just a few minutes after you hear this word from all those Marys. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Yep. Does card making ever wear you out? Are you just having one of those days? You ever say to yourself, I wish there were more craft roulette on each week? Well, have we got good news for you? In Review is like part 2 of Craft Roulette, which features you, our card contributors. It'll be easy to find because it airs here on our Craft Roulette YouTube channel. We go live almost every Tuesday evening at 6:30 p.m. Central, and we we do a number of fun things during the show, including Mail Call, where I share some of the nice cards and goodies people send us. Our Card Showcase, where we take a longer look at some of the contributions sent in from the most recent episode. And our Who Done It Mystery Game, where I recreate a card from the most recent episode's gallery, live on air. Everyone in the live chat gets to try and figure out which card I'm recreating. So, if you want more of what we do on Craft Roulette, you'll love our show in review. The Who Done It Mystery Game is just a game, and we do not actually solve mysteries, but we do actually solve mysteries. The show is supposed to be on Tuesdays, but we reserve the right to reschedule as necessary. Mary will not always know what she is doing, especially with buttons and or math. Stretchy pants and snacks are not required, but advisable. Please bring a friend. Too much fun for one person included. Hey, Cool Mary here. You might remember me from my breakthrough role, the In Review infomercial. While normal me and the special guest are gathering their supplies, let me take this opportunity to tell you about our stamp set, our die set. Whoa. Let me, Cool Mary, show you what you can do with them. Tubular. Whoa! Gnarly. Yes, you can order these off our web shop. Every purchase helps support our shows, and in return, you can be like me, Cool Mary. Probably the last time I picked up a vacuum sweeper. It's time to do it again, I guess. It's been a couple years. I guess it's time. All right, so what do I have on my mind here? We do, if you are just tuning in or tuned in during our spin, this is Craft Roulette, the ultimate paper crafting card making game show challenge. And we are live almost every Friday night, and we're so glad you're here. We are going to be making a card with a heart with our guest Ann Butler from Bella Crafts Publishing. We have to use vintage colors, have to have something to do with a plant, and we have to have lace on our base. So, little baby onesies could be, they have on their little behinds, they have lace on their little bases. So, anyway, just another thought in case I remember making something like that. It was real cute, and it had little scallops, little layers and layers of scallops. I didn't, I tried to figure out how I wanted to do the dust bunnies for this, but I think I'm okay. I think we're not going to use the dust bunnies. What I think I'm going to do is use this I happen to have a couple cups cut out of this little die set. And I've never used this, and that means I need to get on it or it needs to move on to another home. But I thought, a vegetable is a plant, so, and with it being spring and almost Easter, I thought maybe I could use some vegetables somehow or other. Maybe that's a big carrot for this cup. But we can figure it out. There's a little broccoli. Who knew there was broccoli? And then for lace on my base. I'm not sure what I want. But I found this stencil, and it's got some kind of lacy stuff. I thought maybe it would be kind of pretty along the base of the card. Or here's some lace that I've had many, many years. And then I found this also, which is like from potatoes or something. Avocados? I don't know what it is, but it looks lacy, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I may end up making my own cup, Allison. But that looks lacy. It looks very lovely, as a matter of fact. So we've got that. And then for me, I think of vintage colors usually as colors that have a yellow undertone and, aged. And so these were the colors I pulled out because I thought they might work just real well. But I thought, I could do the lace for a little tablecloth or something in a cup with the carrot on it. Because that makes so much sense. But we're good. I think it does make sense. What do you guys think? Has anybody already started? Yeah, a part of a plant works. Oh, has anybody already finished? Let me take that back. Good golly. Okay. And then I used Anne's suggestion of the craft paper for my base. So I just take all sorts of ideas from all sorts of people. I appreciate all those ideas and things. Yep, lace itself as a stencil, that would work too, Tracy. There's so many ways, of course, you can do all of these things. There's no one little way. Wouldn't this be pretty, though? I mean, you could put it on a mat, and it's just from the grocery store, so how about if you did seaweed with something like that, and you could use sea plants? That would be pretty, too. It will be a fun thing. To be determined what you guys do. You may want to sleep on it. There's so many ways you can do this. See, now, it doesn't have to be like base on the bottom. It can be base. That's really pretty. I think that might be something I can consider. You could also have like that mesh in a garden too. So you could have plants growing up, like something that, a mesh to keep the weeds down or something. Yeah, I think we're going to be okay. I'm not sure how, but somehow or other we'll be okay. I'm thinking if I use all this stuff, I won't have to think too hard. And then I can just bring in some colors. Obviously, I did not bring any orange in. What a shame. But I didn't. So our carrot may be this color. It's art. I can do that. Yes, a sea scene would be great, Anita. I think it would work.
You ready?
I think we may be getting Anne back. Very, very good. Very, very good. So, before I see Christina Holloman's asking, this was from my boyfriend Michael's, and I think it is like furniture. It was a stencil for furniture or something. There's a bunch of stencils over in the furniture repurposing thing, or fixing up stuff. That place. Fill in the blank. There's one of those. Fill in the blanks. All right. Well, what do you have going on, Miss Ann? Welcome back.
Hi. Okay. So for a heart, I'm going to use this. Home is where the heart is. It has the heart right there. It's from one of my sentiment packs. Uh-huh. And for a plant, I'm going to use this background because it has plants in it.
Yes.
And for the vintage colors, I'm going with this for the vintage colors. And
that's really pretty.
I'm not sure if I'm going to use craft or white and distress it. I'm not sure yet. Mm-hmm. And then for the lace, I could tone any of these down because they're lacy.
Yep.
You know, ink goes up, or I could do that with this. This is paper. Or I have this color that goes perfectly with this.
Oh, that's really pretty.
Some of this, it doesn't pop very much, so I'll have to play with it. But I have all 3 of these, or 4 of these colors.
So I think I'm seeing that you can make something that looks kind of complicated, but doesn't necessarily is very complicated with those things. I do.
That would end up being very easy, right?
It would. I think so.
That's what I like to do. So I'm going to die cut this actually real quick.
Inspire us. I like it. I don't know if I'm going to like this, but I never do know because I never plan. I just get after it. Why plan when you can just get after it and pay later?
Right.
Yeah. Are you a card planner or do you just go
Nope.
for it?
I just go for it.
Yeah.
I don't have
what
parameters.
Right.
Usually.
Right.
So, but yeah, I mean, I'll kind of know what products I want to use, and then I just play, because I think when you play, that's the most fun.
Yeah. And that becomes your parameter. Or is your products become your parameter, so to speak. And then you can just go off on it. I don't know, maybe I should just use this down here. I do like it. I think I want to use it. Do we just want to wrap that around and then make a muggaroony with a carrot on the side? Yes, I'd like a carrot on the side. But, what are my parameters? Card with a heart. Don't forget the heart. Okay, I won't.
Yeah, don't forget the heart.
But you're making it sometimes. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes the easiest part can be forgotten, though, because we're struggling. We're working so hard on the other. Look at this ancient. We were talking about wood stamps before the show started, and this is an ancient one, and I'm going to use it because you inspired me to use something old. Something old, something borrowed, something. And I'll put my carrots in there. Or something. Maybe just a label of a carrot. Ooh.
I like that jar, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I tried to sell it for $1 one time. It didn't sell, and I am so glad. I'm so glad it didn't sell.
Right? And you didn't just give it away to Goodwill.
Right. So you said you have such a beautiful looking studio. And you said you have, like, your son made a shelf that's 3 inches deep, and you have a bunch of old wood stamps that you just have not gotten rid of on them. I think that's sweet.
Yep, I had 2 shelves on either side of one of my long walls. So I have like a 20-foot counter, and then I have those shelves on either side. They're 3 inches deep and about 6 feet high, maybe 5 feet high.
Oh,
and
pretty good size.
It's perfect because I can have things one layer, and I can see everything I have. But that's where I keep my vintage stamps because they're just beautiful. Some of them I just couldn't get rid of.
Where'd you start finding stamping?
Well, I gave hundreds to my grandkids, just so they could play.
Yeah.
And if their mom gets rid of them, that's fine. I didn't.
Yeah, right. Fair enough. Where was your first stamping experience?
Oh my goodness. Over 20 years ago.
Yeah.
My sister, who has passed away, got into stamping. And she taught me all about embossing powder and all the fun stuff. And he had
we all know about that embossing powder.
she had all of her stuff in a fishing tackle box because
Oh,
they didn't
okay.
make the containers and stuff back then, right?
Right.
And I'd go over there and we would just play. I mean, because she
Oh,
lived in Wisconsin, so I'd go for a weekend and stuff. And we would just sit and play.
that sounds like a good memory.
Yes, it's, you hold on tight to those ones.
Right. Well, I'm glad she introduced you to it.
I am too. She would be
How
so
would your
happy.
how would your life have been different, if she hadn't?
I think I would have found it eventually, but it was
Right.
much more fun learning it with her.
Good point. Yeah, I can see that. I can imagine that to be true. Lots of good. I got my heart thing already. If I put a little fruit there, which is from a plant, I can put my little hearts right next to it.
Yeah.
And I will have that one done. It's always good when you get that. You get to check off that one little thing. Each thing you get to check off, it's yes. Yes, good, good. Now, what
I
kind
got
of
'em
fruit
all.
is that?
Is it a peach?
I think it must be. I think you're right. It was a little too weird on the bottom to be an apple, but it looked a little, and that little wow, where did these little pieces of black stuff come from on my stamp pad? Somebody was messy.
Imagine that.
Are you a neat crafter?
Maybe not when I'm crafting, but everything's cleaned up when I'm done.
Gotcha.
I have to have everything put back in place.
Mm-hmm. I don't.
You don't.
No. I keep using it until it's just about gone, but it's one of those I could just keep using it, and then I have to pull out more stuff, and then I have to keep using it, and it all works out in the end. Every once in a while, I just shove it all off, put it away.
Does. Well, I like to be very organized. I mean, as you could tell from all my containers, I like to.
Yeah.
That way, I can find things because
Uh-huh.
nothing's worse than trying to find what you're looking for.
So you can have things in containers and find them. This is like a mystery to me. How can you have things in containers and find them?
Because I actually they're see-through containers, so I can see, and I'm in them enough. But then also some of them I actually have labeled. I have them labeled, so I know.
Yeah. What are some of your go-to kind of things that you use?
Oh my, I use ink a lot, and stencils, and stamps.
Okay.
Paper, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you guys make, or do you use a lot of the stencils that are multi-layer now? The fancy things?
I make stencils for Stencil Girl, and actually none of my stencils are multi-layered. I mean, they're all one-dimensional.
Uh-huh.
It's just how you use them. But
okay. Very good. So you tell me more about your designing life. I'd like to know. I don't know. Honestly, you're kind of a new book to me. I don't know that much about you. I'm really excited to meet you. Because you must have to stay very organized because you've got a lot of irons in the fire at any one time.
I do have a few.
Yeah.
So I make stencils with Stencil Girl.
Okay.
And I have rubber stamps with Unity Stamp Company.
Mm-hmm.
And art foamies. I have the big chunky art foamy stamps.
Mm-hmm.
And I have watercolors and paper lines and embossing powder and glitter with Emerald Creek.
Wow.
And I have my own paper line that I sell myself.
Yeah, you have a lot going on.
I do.
I put that right on the
And then we
card
have the magazine. So the magazine, anybody can go to bellacrafts.com or our Facebook page and sign up. We do 4 issues a year. We've been doing it since 2012, and it's free.
Right.
So
And I went through it the other day.
Like 20 projects in there, and the spring issue comes out at the end of this month.
Oh, okay.
So if you sign up, you'll get the winter issue, and then the spring issue, when it comes out, will be delivered right to your inbox.
And it's not just cards. You do multiple craft kind of just projects.
Yep. It's everything. It's mixed media, it's paper crafts, it's resin, etching, because there isn't enough out there for like everybody. Just like our event, BellaCon, is last year we had 8 instructors. This year we have 16.
Wow.
And all the classes are different, but it's so much fun to learn because you can incorporate anything you learn into paper crafting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And you were going to tell us about speaking of your stamp line, foamy stamps, you were going to tell us a little bit about how you make a quilt with stamps.
Really fast. And is that bellacraftspublishing.com or bellacrafts? So I can link it.
bellacraftspublishing.com.
Okay. I put the wrong one in the chat. I put just Bella Crafts. I was like, I'm not sure if that's her site.
Yep, no, Bella Crafts Publishing. And okay, the quilt. So I have a patented line of rubber stamps. They are. I came up with a concept where there's no lip on them. They are. Let me show you. So all rubber stamps have a lip around the edge, right?
Yeah.
But mine do not. They're cut flush so that they butt up right next to each other.
Oh.
And you can create seamless patterns for quilting.
We do have some quilters in our group.
You can put these all out on fabric and use a fabric ink, which Jacquard makes a fabric ink. And you can do it on fabric and heat set it. So iron it after you're done, and then it's permanent, so it's machine washable. But see, these all go together perfectly to create any, like I have triangles and squares and I have rails. So you can create endless patterns with these stamps.
How fun. How fun. I can see how that would work. Yeah.
They're also good for card making because you can do, like, this is just a card, just with the 1-inch squares.
That's cool.
So
yeah, that looks like some kind of pop art or something. Andy Warhol would be amazed. He'd probably be a stamper. I think he would.
Yeah.
He'd have his own line.
Of course. And they'd sell out like hotcakes.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, he would. That's
exactly. Who is the
it.
Andy Warhol of the stamping world?
Andy Warhol. Who would
the
be
person that can sell out in a heartbeat would be Tim Holt.
Yep.
For a guy.
Yep.
For a female, it'd be Gina Kay.
Yeah. Those are the goats on that kind of thing, isn't it? Aren't they?
It is. And they're lovely, you know.
Yes.
So
yeah.
It's wonderful when good things happen to good people.
Yeah. Yep. We've got nice people. Let's see, this is dumb looking. Whoops, I went into the dumb world and pulled something out. So let's change that up. I don't care if it has lines in it. Doesn't bother me a bit. Well, quilters generally are neat. They have to be tidy because they have to know how to make straight lines and do all those kind of things that seem like a mystery. So I think it kind of goes together that you would have those cool quilt things. I got fingers, red fingers. This could be a danger right here, some red fingers. Your card is coming together quickly, is it not?
It is. This one was, yeah.
Wowzer. And it's so pretty.
We might have to make two.
I might have to make two.
Man.
We might have to.
I may have to just get on with it instead of talking. We do have a few little questions from some of our patrons.
Perfect.
And Rhonda Arroyo, and thank you for showing us that, by the way. It was interesting. What is your favorite project that you've ever done? And now knowing a little bit of your past and going, oh my gosh, she's got so many different things that she has done. I don't know if you can, do you even have a favorite kind of craft? Quilting, stamping? What's the fave?
There's so much that I love. I think, I love to sew. I have 16 grandkids, as you guys know, and I make pajamas for all the grandkids every Christmas.
That's
so I do love to sew. But I think doing my quilts with my rubber stamps, because it combines both fabric and stamping. But I don't know, because I love clay. There's just too much I love.
It's not a really. It's like, which one of your grandkids is your favorite, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which one of
whoever's here on that day?
Yeah, you'd get in so much trouble. Then you don't have to. So it is hard to. Do you have like eras like Taylor Swift? Different eras of crafts that you have enjoyed at different times more than others?
Yes. And I think that's why I do quick and easy that maybe doesn't look so quick and easy. Because I went to school for fashion design. So I used to make clothing, and I did fur coats, and I've done weddings. And I would much rather do something that I can do in a day than weeks.
Oh, okay.
Or an hour.
It's getting shorter by the second.
20 minutes if it's this card.
Okay, what do you think?
I think it's really pretty.
And don't worry about making another card. There was plenty of clamoring in the chat room asking for you to demo stamps. So if you have anything of yours that is handy, feel free to show it off.
That.
Thank you, Chatterbox.
I can share that.
You bought me time. I appreciate you guys. Because I am working so fast, but I'm not that fast.
Well, I don't know
how this let her show some stuff off.
Yeah.
I don't know how it came together so quickly. I mean, I lucked out.
I think you've just worried yourself right into fast. you were on worry speed.
Well, it was kind of like I was really afraid of that that large card, that A9 or whatever it was.
Yeah, and you got rid of it.
The thought.
It is kind of an intimidating size. Have you ever made one?
No. Well,
you could make one with your blocks, though. That would be real pretty.
I could, but it's such a large space. I mean, like, I've done slimline cards, and I don't enjoy those either.
I don't like them too much either.
It's just a lot.
You've got to get that carrying all the way from one side to the other, and it's a lot to ask.
Okay, so these are the 1-inch squares, and they can be used. So they can be used with a acrylic block if you want. I'm grabbing one.
Too big. Mm-hmm. She wasn't expecting to get to do this or have to do this, so thanks for.
Okay, so
thanks for
you can
working
use
with
an
us.
acrylic block to put them on, or lots of times I just go direct to paper because I'll go down and then I'll come down and put it right next to it. Or you can use a Misty. So there's many options. Let me get some. I can use my black ink. So
really fast, Anne, do you have a store for your paper or products? Is it on
AnnButlerDesigns.com, I have my papers, and I do some stuff with Rhinestone Genie. I have those on there too. Otherwise, my stamps are sold at artfoamies.com and unitystampcompany.com. No, unitystampco.com.
Okay. I will put what I can find in the chat.
Thank you. So I stamped one. And I picked it up. I should have left it. But this is why I don't use an acrylic block. You can see exactly where you're stamping, but you can leave these in place.
Oh. And stamp again.
And then you can stamp, right, you can connect them so it is perfectly seamless. So you can do that. And sometimes when I'm doing like fabric, I'll have several of these on here at once before I move on to like I'll do a complete square or something before I move on.
And you can mix colors and all sorts of fun things, can't you?
You can.
And then do you cut them out like granny squares and things like that and reconnoiter them? And...
This I'd do a whole background. Like for this card,
okay,
that was all done at once and then it was embossed. So you can see the texture.
Oh, yeah.
On it. Or like I have rails that are the same way. They're called background builders. And these are just 1 inch by, I think, 4 1/8. And you can just stack them and do whatever. Ooh. And then this is like my favorite set. I use this one all the time. So I keep it on this block. Mm-hmm. And it's for a pinwheel. So you have a 2-inch triangle. And then you can have a 1-inch square. Right now I have 4 triangles. But this makes a pinwheel.
So when you make something like that, do you just smile? Do you wake up in the middle of the night and just go, I got to do this? What's the reflex?
Well, I don't know. It's just what you do. My dad used to think of things all the time too, that he would create. And I think I just got it from him, that creative.
Learned behavior with a little natural behavior or natural ability. Fill in the blank, Mary.
Yeah, I think if you're creative, you don't sleep a lot.
Oh, well, I guess I'm not creative because I'm a good sleeper.
This is that pinwheel pattern. So this was done on white paper, and I inked it up with all different colors, and I stamped it out once. And each time I stamped it, so like it was this way, I stamped it out once, and then I turned it a quarter and stamped it again.
Oh, okay.
And turned a quarter. So if you turn it 4 times, you get that complete pinwheel pattern.
We have
you-
our link queen, Ellen Jarvis, on the job right now.
Way to go. Card monkey.
Thank
Card
you.
monkey to the
Yeah.
rescue. Did
So-
you used to watch Carol Duvall?
I did all the time.
Yep.
Love Carol Duvall.
I felt like you were a Carol Duvall person. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. The young
Her
people don't
and
know
Eileen's
of her.
Creative Living.
Who?
Eileen's Creative Living. She
Is
was
that
on
the glue
for-
lady?
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah.
I did not see her.
She was on for over 20 years, I think. Her daughter,
Good.
Tiffany, we just started doing she has a free magazine that we're publishing for her.
Oh, how about that?
So,
That's so cool.
yeah, it is. I mean, it's just, this world that we're in is just wonderful.
Yeah. That is wonderful. It's kind of like her mom would love that, wouldn't she? That she gets to, her little legacy kind of lives on with that. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a wonderful thing. But somebody just said Carol Duvall was the best. Yes, she was. I mean,
She was.
I miss
Leo
those
loved
shows.
her.
But that's kind of like what the internet has brought. It's brought about all those those people that craft.
Mm-hmm. Now we're just everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Well, I think,
I'm trying to read the chat.
I think this little card's probably pretty good. I think it's good and done. I do. I could probably play with it for another few minutes, but I could also get to that place that I just go, oh, that was a mistake. So, I think we did it. I think we did it.
Did.
How about that for
We
fast?
did. I didn't mean for it to go so quick. I mean, I'm glad it did, but because I was worried. But
It's okay. I think you did. It's a beautiful card. You're going to inspire people to just get in there and get it done. And because spring is springing around here and it's beautiful and people want to start going outside. So it's going to be good to have some alternatives for hard cards. And that's the thing. We like them all. We do. We just like them all. Well, let's see if I hit all the parameters so Deputy Heidi doesn't come get me. She's got wheels now. We just don't want to have her show up at my door. I've got a card, yep, with a heart. I've got 3 because I'm an overachiever. My vintage colors are kind of like 40s colors. They've got some yellow undertones, and that's how I achieve they're certainly not bright and fancy like today's colors might be. My plants, I have a little peach and I also have a little carrot because everybody's got a carrot laying on their table, at least on this card. And then lace on the base, I double dipped on that one too. And I did a little lacy stencil in the background and also some kind of produce. Again, the plant, Leo, fill in the blank. The plant thing. For a little produce lace on the base of the card as well. Oh, I think I did it. Am I free to submit my card?
I love the lace. See, the lace is wonderful.
It turned out okay. I just happened to see that in a drawer, so that's how I work. Just run into it and use it. Let's see how you hit those parameters.
Okay, so a card with a heart. I have the heart in my sentiment. Home is where the heart is. And then vintage for colors. They're very muted and distressed. So that's vintage. I even inked up the lace. And a plant. You can see the plants in my background.
Yep. See, that one's easy, isn't it?
Well, and I just happen to have it. I keep a thing of extra card pieces that I've used. So it was just there.
Mm-hmm.
And then lace I use the lace behind the sentiment.
Mighty purty, ma'am. It's mighty purty. You could have even done that on an A9, though. But who wanted to? You didn't, and so we didn't, and it's fine. I like it.
A9 will happen.
A9 will happen.
Prepare
someday.
yourselves.
Yes, it may take.
Mentally prepare yourselves. It's coming.
It's like,
It may take
it's a lot of real estate.
It is. But you can always just use it as a big mat for a smaller card. I know how to, I've been around this game for a while. I know how to stretch those parameters. That's why I wear stretchy pants. Well, we're going to let you rest for a second, and we are going to bring you back, and we're going to be talking about your upcoming event. And so don't leave us, guys, because you're going to want to learn about how you can become a part of BellaCon 2024 if you don't happen to win a ticket. After all, we are still giving some away, and but I think they can still register, couldn't they?
Yep, they can register up until the event. So, yep.
Okay, then we will talk more about that just in a minute. Let's tell everybody how they can play, give some stuff away, and see who's coming up. Thank you, Anne. You did great. We'll be right back. Don't run off. Yep. That's how we do it. Man, that one was easy. You are going to have a good time putting those parameters together. I saw quite a few people dropping in already, so woohoo! Please include those 4 parameters. If they're hidden, please also explain how you use them, or if you think you're using some kind of interesting twist to it, please explain that as well, so that we don't have to go, what did she do? Why did they send that card in? It doesn't make any sense. Just help us out. We have over 400 now a week, and there's too much to look at and discern. So please help us out. Hey, and by the way, when you are, when you get all those steps in and you've got, it says your preview, is this how you want it? If it's not turned, you might want to go ahead and twist that, because we don't go back and do that. So if you would go ahead and make sure that it is how you want it before you hit that submit button, I think you'll be happier, and I think we'll be able to see your cards better. So if you do have any questions on that, just look for some editing kind of things. Just start poking around. If you break the whole darn thing, we've got Mr. Producer. You're not going to break the whole darn thing. We've got some great people coming up. Next week, we get to meet Tracy Phillips. I thought maybe Tracy and Biddy Penny might have to do the show together, or get to do the show together, because JD was scheduled for his birth next week. But we were set up for that, ready to go. Then silly Sir Sire will be joining us. We'll see what he's been up to. Ardith gets to come and visit us. We look forward always to Ardith. Carrie Rhodes after that, and then we welcome back long time ago Kelly, that she joined us. Looking forward to having Kelly Taylor on as well. We do have a lot coming up. Don't miss a week. Make sure you hit that subscription button and notification. That would work out for all of us. Those are our patrons. We always are inviting new ones on. Because we do have expenses, and this is how we pay for our tech and for all the software and all the services that we use, because this little baby takes some money to run. So thank you for all those who have believed in our shows and have become patrons. We really do appreciate you. You are sending this fun all over the world, and we couldn't do it without you. But in return, we have a lot more stuff behind the scenes just for you guys, including our 3rd show. It is the member show, where we go over cards sent in by our patrons, and we have a mystery patron on as well. We had a really fun guest last week. It's now up for you patrons, and it was Kristen Camato Maturano. So she was fun, and man, the coolest thing, she has a little boy. He's old enough, but not too old, and he's kind of in my wheelhouse for age, but he was there in the room the whole time. I had no idea. He was so quiet and so good, and so I got to hang out with him for a few minutes after the show. But it's fun. Join us. We love talking about cards. If you like that, you'll like this. Thank you, guys. Oh, that confetti, it either means Patty Beck's here walking across the stage for her 200th card. Again, congratulations. Or it's time to give away some good stuff. If you sent in one of those 400 and whatever cards it was last week, you are on this board. And we're going to give some stuff away. We always start with a CROG, a Craft Roulette original giveaway. It goes anywhere in the world. Handmade card with the nitty bitty gift. If it does go in internationally, it will be super itty bitty. I will guarantee it. And for those who are getting gifts of our book, I should send them out next week. So don't think you haven't gotten it. Anna R. Hey, I just got a card from her the other day. So that's nice. I get to send you one. Anna R., congratulations. And you are a long-time watcher. You're a nice lady. Congratulations. I'd be happy to send that. A Craft Roulette goodie bag, which is a good goodie bag too, but this one's going to stay right here in the USA. I can't send it. It's, I don't even like the custom stuff that you have to fill out. I just don't even like any of it. Renee D, if you are out of the country, let me know. No big deal. We'll send you a CROG. And if you are out of the country, get ready for an itty bitty gift. We would be happy to send it to you. For a BellaCon 2024 ticket. A ticket. No swag included, but man, we're gonna find out who the teachers are and what kind of thing this is all about. Yeah, I think it's a pretty cool deal. It's not her first rodeo either, so it should be pretty cool. Shannon Thomason, well done. You do have to let me know that you want these. Do it in a timely manner. By Sunday night is the best, but
we have a claim prize form that will open up right after the spins. It's on our website. If you go do the drop down menus, you'll find it.
My favorite things for $50, and please use the email that you sent your card in with. There's a safeguard on that. Margie R. Oh, Margie, one other thing about this. I have so many things about each and every segment. But another thing on this, I probably won't do it till Monday and start the wheels rolling Monday because some of these places aren't open on the weekends. And I got a grandson, and I want to spend some time with him, looking at all his beautiful hair. For a Trinity Stamp $30 gift certificate, we've got Ellen Day is our lucky winner. Congratulations, Ellen Day. I know you're going to want that. Poor little dust bunnies, they were just so popular. For a Whimsy Stamp $25 gift certificate, they've got such fun little stamp sets. If you like fun little happy whimsical things, you'll love Whimsy. That should be their motto. I don't know if they have one. But Nina B. Actually, I would never tell them what they should do. They're nice to work with, though. I will tell you that. Nina B., congratulations. That's a lot of prizes each and every week. Make sure if you want to be on that board next week, you need to send in a card. Don't miss out. It's just too easy. If you need extra time, patrons have till Thursday night. Everybody else has till Sunday night, all at midnight Central Daylight Time. Shall we welcome her back and learn more about BellaCon? I think that's a great idea. Good one, Mare. Well, you look how happy you look. Woo!
Really, yeah. No, it was fun.
Yeah. It's not the big boogie bear that it might seem. It really is pretty easy. Especially when you've done a few cards. How many cards do you suppose you've made over the years?
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it would take math.
Hundreds, I mean,
yeah.
Over on this side of my room, I have a shelf that has cards organized by birthday cards, sympathy cards, so like if somebody needs one, they can find them easily.
Oh, that's pretty good. You're very organized. Did you used to play Tetris? Did you like Tetris? Oh, there you go. Well, it's a little block game. You have to organize things as they come down until they make you so crazy because they start coming down so fast. But yeah. Oh, you're probably too busy doing this, being organized in your craft room. Do you have a craft room tour or anything on your website? Or
I do not. I did one impromptu, not of this space, but during one of our Facebook Lives, I switched to my phone and I brought them up to my sewing room because it is so beautiful. I mean, it's a guest room too because I have a day bed in there that pulls out when the grandkids are there and stuff. But it's such a beautiful room. I mean, this is too. I'm fortunate, but one day I'll have to do a tour.
Yeah, I'm real curious. I can only see that little wall. I'm wondering how much is out in front of you and how many things you have on the sides. I think it would be fun to see.
I think it's 16 by 20 or something. My room.
Yes, we're getting to that, Mr. Producer. So tell us about BellaCon 2024. How can they register? What to expect?
Okay, I think Mr. Producer is going to put the link in for registration. Okay. And there are 16 instructors and some special guests. So last year, all the instructors were together in one location in Texas. This year, I wanted to open it up a little to some of my friends that maybe couldn't be there in person, but still wanted to teach. So like I have Sarah Newman, she lives in Germany, and she wanted to teach. And she has worked for Hot Off the Press for many years. She does paper crafts and resin and beautiful work. We have 2 books with her that we did. Wow. So she's going to teach. Eileen Hall will be teaching. Her on. She'll be in person. Juliana Hudgens, she does weaving. She'll be there in person. And of course, everybody knows Amanda Stevens.
Everybody knows Amanda.
And she will be there in person. And then Miss Tracy, she does kit clubs and she lives in Texas and she will be there in person.
Fun.
Susan Tierney Cockburn will be doing it virtually. She is a designer with Spellbinders.
Okay.
And
so many different things.
Right. Rita Barraquette, she is a mixed media artist and she'll be there in person. Cindy Shepard, she is a Zentangle artist and certified instructor, and she'll be there in person.
We just had one of those on last week. Desiree is also.
Yeah. Julie McGuffey, she is a very dear friend, and that is whose house we will all be descending upon.
Oh, how fun. How fun.
She'll be there in person. Jean Keevan Julie McGuffey has written over 200 books. Jean Keevan has written over 250 or 300 books, how-to books. I mean, they've been in the industry forever. Both of them are teaching. Erin Reed will be in person. I know she was on your show. Christy Troxel will be remote, and she will be teaching marbling on paper.
Oh, pretty.
And other things. Pam Fisher Hughes she'll be there in person. She is in her late 70s. She has a group on Facebook that started out with 200 people, and within a year, she had like 3,000, and she's had it for like 5 years. She has over 60,000 in this group.
That's a lot of Facebook.
She does rope baskets.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
And they are beautiful. So she'll be there showing how to do that.
How fun.
Sean Moosh is going to teach Cricut Design Space. Sarah Clark is going to teach Silhouette Studio and Sublimation. And she'll be there in person. And then Chantal Johnson, she is one of our special guests. She is popping in person, and she'll be teaching tips and tricks and just filling in here and there with quick crafts. And then My business partner, Lisa Rojas, will be teaching a class. She will not be in person. She will be helping out with the event remotely, but she's teaching a workshop also. So
No wonder you can't sleep. Holy moly.
so
That's amazing. So a ticket would cover a lot of stuff.
okay,
Even if
so
you don't have the extra stuff, right? You would
it's
still
4
have
days.
lots of.
4 days, 16 instructors over 24 workshops. And we have a pajama party. We have, where you can ask the teachers questions and get to know them a little bit more personally. There are 2 options. One is with swag, which is $147 and a $10 processing fee. So $157. You get swag. It's about a $200 value right at this moment because of great sponsors.
Yeah.
And then without swag, which is
is what we get to give away each week.
That's $107 with the processing fee. Otherwise, it's $97. But with either of those options, we have door prizes all 4 days. And they are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of door prizes. I mean, we probably have
great.
40 or 50 door prizes.
Yeah.
So people, you can win something regardless.
Yeah.
And
wonderful.
you get to learn and you get to be with
Hang
people.
out.
It's just so much fun.
Yeah. And you get to do it in your own jammies.
You do. And we have a pajama party night. So we'll be in our pajamas too.
Yeah. And you don't even have to spend a hotel fee or travel fee. So that's going to be exciting.
Well, and everybody.
And now we've got somebody else that's going to get to go, Shannon Thomason. So,
yay.
Yeah, thank you for offering that.
I will be in touch with all the winners who have won so far. Next week, I'll be setting up the Facebook group and adding them. And inside that group, they'll be able to order kits for some of the classes that they might want kits for.
Yeah, I don't know if I can sleep now. Just worried about you. Well, I hope you had fun tonight and had a little respite from all the things that you're having to keep track in your Rolodex of mind. So, yeah, nothing like, let's throw something else. Why don't you come live on Craft Roulette and do something you've never done? You're a brave little cookie.
We're stupid.
That was good. Well, no, there's a fine line, but I think you're still on the brave side.
Thanks.
Chatterbox, I look forward to reading your stuff tomorrow. I hope you've got some great ideas, found some new friends. I know I've got some people I want to look up now that I just met through Miss Ann, Miss Producer. Well done, JD. Sleep well. And thank you so much. I really enjoyed getting to know you, and I hope your event goes super well.
Thank you.
You are very welcome. It's time, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, crafters and craftettes. Time to kiss our brains and get ready for a weekend of crafting. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you Tuesday on In Review. We'd love to have you as a patron. And we'll get those dust bunnies back in. Who knew?
That was nice.
Good night.
Bye, everyone.
Okay. That sounds super great.
Yeah. Because I
Thank you.
think that would be good.
Yeah, I appreciate it. We've never been